So if you were in class on Tuesday or on the call on Tuesday earlier, we talked about the vayus, the energetic winds that move through our body. And today we're going to continue to work with the prana vayu, which is the kind of the governing vayu, the governing energy, and it's an inward and upward energy. So bringing energy into the body. And most of us, I'm going to guess, expend more energy out than we take in. So we don't spend as much time resting, recovering, doing a yin practice or a yoga nidra practice. We spend a lot of energy out in the world. We're all caring and engaged people in the world. So we're gonna really work with sensing this energy coming in. Do some breathing, and we're going to start actually on our bellies. So we're going to do some prone breathing. And if you have any kind of uncomfortable feeling when you have your hands stacked, forehead on your hands, you can put a little towel in there and rest your forehead on the towel. You could also rest with your arms alongside your body and turn your head to one side. So prone breathing is something you could do regularly. It allows the different places in the lungs to fill with air because the heart is not resting. When we're on our back, the heart is resting on the lungs partially. When we're on our bellies, the heart is resting on the sternum. So your lungs can fill completely. And I want you, as you are lying on your belly, to really feel the back of your lungs expanding. See if you can feel the sense of like the whole cylinder of your body. So as you inhale, you'll feel your belly press against the floor. And as you exhale, you'll feel your belly move away. Just allow it to be a natural breath. This is a really good practice also if you have pneumonia or you know somebody who has is suffering from some kind of respiratory distress. This is a great practice to help move fluids out of the lungs. So we'll take about 10 rounds of breath here. 10 rounds of breath. And as you continue to breathe in this way, you could begin to lengthen both the inhale and the exhale. And after your 10 rounds of breath, just simply roll onto your back. And continue to breathe. Just a natural, easy breath here on your back. You could take your hands to your belly. Feel the rise of your belly on the inhale and the release on the exhale. And we'll just open up a little bit through our side bodies, especially if you're practicing early in the morning. The ribs, spaces between the ribs get a little sticky. So take both feet to the right, stacking your legs like Tadasana or resting your left ankle on your right ankle. Interlace your hands behind your head and slide your left elbow back. And just an easy opening, so you don't have to stretch super far here. Just begin to let your left side waist open. So we're inviting space for this energy to fill, the prana energy to fill, inviting space here. Maybe 3 rounds of breath. And then we slide the feet over to the left, either stacking the feet beside one another or resting the right ankle on the left ankle, and slide your right elbow back. Again, it's not necessary to go super deep, just enough to start to open, create some space in the right side body. Sometimes these more subtle ways of moving are a lot more effective. Come back to center. And then bend your knees, take the soles of your feet to the floor. And let your knees work back and forth softly, just feeling into your lower back, your pelvis. Nice supportive movement here. And then the next time your knees fall to the left, stretch your right arm up along the floor, along the right side. And again, it doesn't have to be super to the end of any limit. Just allow your right side body to find some more space. And then keep your knees where they are. And on your exhale, just slide your arm down so that both arms are in the goalpost position. Then inhale, reach the right arm up again. Exhale, slide the right arm down. Knees stay where they are. Arms are in goalpost. Inhale, extend the right arm long. So you're just sliding your index finger along the earth, pinky finger up towards the ceiling. And then just that little pattern, that little vinyasa. So the inhale, you're going to extend the right arm long. And the exhale, you'll come back to goalpost position with your right arm. So we're just increasing the space in the right side body. And next time you come back to the starting position with your arms in the goalpost position, inhale the knees back up, and then let the knees go back and forth a few times, side to side. And when your knees come over to the right, the next time, keep them there. Extend your left arm alongside your body, pinky up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths here. And now see if you can match the inhale and the exhale. This is the Samavriti breath, equal breathing. And going for maybe a 4 count here. Inhale 4, exhale 4. And then on your next exhale, draw your arm back to the starting position. Keep your knees where they are. Inhale, stretch your left arm. Exhale, bring your left arm back to the goalpost position. So there it is. Equal breathing, maybe a 4 count if that's possible as you inhale and stretch your left arm long. And exhale and bring your arm back to the starting position. And the next time you come back to the starting position, inhale your knees up and take a couple of movements side to side with your knees. Arms can come alongside your body now, if that's more comfortable, or stay in the goalpost. And then bring your knees to pointing up towards the ceiling, feet equal distance apart, equal distance from your buttocks. And then inhale and draw your pubic bone away from your navel, like you're doing the cow. And then exhale, round your back, pull your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, set your feet back to the floor and arch your back away from the floor. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, bring your knees into your chest. You can use your hands to do that or not. And move back and forth just a few times here. And the same thing, can you make the inhale and the exhale the same length? And a couple more rounds. And then next time your knees are into your chest, hold your knees in towards your chest, tuck your chin. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. Feel your tummy press against your legs, against your thighs on the inhale. As your abdomen expands, feel the pressure against your legs, and then release and soften. Find that same samavriti breath, even breathing. Then crossing at the ankles, you can rock yourself up to a seat. And take Sukhasana. If Sukhasana is uncomfortable for you in any way, then you can take a block or two and sit in Virasana. Either is fine. Good. Now, just here, let's find that samavriti breath again without doing anything with the rest of our body. Just breathing in through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils. Same length breath. So the inhale could be 4, 5, or 6. You are in charge of that. Just finding an equal breath, equal inhale, equal exhale. On your next inhale, just sweep your arms out in front and lift them over your head. Soften your shoulders down your back, but extend the space. Try to lengthen the space between your lower ribs and your hips. So sort of telescoping up with each inhale, softening with each exhale. See if you can find that same equal breathing, samavriti. And then holding, so really not trying to telescope it all anymore, just holding there. Breathing. Nice and easy. Right, and then take your right hand to the floor, fingertips to the floor or to a block, whatever is necessary. If you're sitting on a block, you might need a block for your fingertips. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back and reach up, and exhale, side bend to the right. Holding here now, take a few rounds of breath, even breathing, samavriti, equal inhale and exhale. Keep your left sit bone plugged into the earth. On your next inhale, reach your left arm up, and on your exhale, let your left hand just float back to earth. Take a pausing or resting breath here. And then just keep your left fingertips to the floor. If you're sitting in Sukhasana, change the cross of your legs, put the other leg in front. If you're sitting in Virasana, you'll just stay there. And inhale, sweep the right arm up. Soften your shoulder tops. Exhale, come over towards the left. Maybe the left hand can creep out a little bit. Inhale, reach up with the fingertips straight up. And exhale, side bend to the left. And find that same samavriti. Filling the lungs, filling the heart space as you move in this little vinyasa. On your inhale, as you fill and lengthen, try to keep that length as you come into your exhale. And then the next time you inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, just let your hand float down. Take a resting breath here, one full breath. And then transition to tabletop. Have your blocks handy at the top of your mat. Find your hands a little forward of your shoulders and your knees a little behind your hips. Inhale into cow, and on your exhale, just round your back slightly, take your hips back towards your heels, keep your arms extended. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, float back. Now lengthen this to a 4 or 5 count on the inhale, and a 4 or 5 count on the exhale. So just go at your own pace. You might have even longer. You might have a 6 count. Just go at your own pace. If you know that you will need a blanket or something in between your thighs and your calves for resting in child's pose, make sure you have that handy. And then we'll all meet with hips back in the child's pose. Keep the arms engaged. Okay, lower legs are parallel to one another-ish, and you're resting your hips on your heels. And then walk your hands over to the right. And really set your left hip firmly on your left heel. And allow there to be some space in the left side ribs. See if you can fill just the left lung. Bring your inhale into the left lung and then release. Inhale, 4 counts. Still keep that samavriti. See if you can fill the left lung only. So the back of your lung will fill. You'll feel your back body expanding. One more. And then walk your hands through center. Take them over to the left. And now it's the right side. So right hip stays firmly on the right heel, and play with just filling the right lung. Exhale to relax or release and soften. Inhale, fill that right lung. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back to center. Fingers are engaged, so tighten through your arms, lifting your arms off the floor, lifting your palms off the floor. And then inhale, come back up to cow. Exhale, turn your toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal through your legs here. Good. In your downward dog, now bend your knees on your inhale. And on your exhale, feel the breath lengthen, helping you lengthen through your legs. So inhale, fill the lungs, bend the knees, and then on the exhale, straighten the legs any amount, heels towards the floor, and feel length all the way from the back of your skull down to your heels. Inhale and exhale. Get the same samavriti where you have an even inhale or equal inhale and exhale. And then find yourself in a strong downward dog. And inhale the right leg out, toes pointing down towards the floor. So you feel a long line of energy from the right fingertips through the right heel. Inhale here. And on your next exhale, bend your knee and make your way to a lunge. Any way that works for you. It might take a couple steps. Bring your right foot forward. Take your blocks to frame your front foot. Keep your back leg lifted. Inhale and exhale. Samavriti. Fill your upper chest. But keep all this length in your body. Good. The right hand stays on the block now. And stretch your left hand out in front. So you have a long line of energy from the back of your left foot all the way through your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Take your left hand down to the block. Step back to downward dog. Might need to move the blocks out of the way. Step back to downward dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor and cow. And exhale, draw your hips back towards child's pose, keeping lots of length in your side body. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, turn toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Now inhale the left leg up, toes point down towards the floor. Hips are relatively level here. And there's a long line of energy. Really press through your back heel. Press your back heel into an imaginary wall. Feel length through your left side body. Inhale here. And on your exhale, round bend. Bring your left foot forward between your hands. High lunge. Take your blocks, frame that front foot. Feel length from the back of the right heel up through your side waist and then reach the right arm forward. Continue that long line of energy. Inhale here. Exhale, hand down to the block, and now step forward in a forward fold. Using your blocks as you wish. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bending your knees any amount in the fold. Inhale to halfway lift. See if you can lengthen the space between your low ribs and your hips again. And exhale, keep that length as you exhale and fold. Inhale. And exhale. Generous bend in the knees, move the blocks away, step back again to downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your knees, come to cow. And exhale, reach your hips back, keeping the length in your side waist till your hips come towards your heels in a child's pose. Tent your fingers, keep the arms active here. Arms are active. And then inhale, stand up on your knees, sweep your arms overhead, palms facing one another. Lengthen the space between your ribs and your hips. And then let the arms just float down on the exhale. All right, we'll bring the right foot forward now. Right foot comes forward. And you'll come into a low lunge with the back knee on the floor. Bring your hands alongside your front foot on the floor or on a block if you need to, want to. Okay, so now I want you to keep your chin tucked in and frame your head with your arms. So your arms are alongside your ears. Press firmly into your foot, your front foot, but lift from the waist up. Exhale, fold back down. Press firmly into your foot, but instead of drawing yourself up with your heart or doing a back bend, lift your hinge from your waist and lengthen through your upper body to come up. Beautiful. Exhale, let your hands float down beside you. And then reach your hips back, set your hands down on the mat, and straighten the front leg in a pyramid shape. Lengthen the right hip back. Find that Samavriti, the even breathing. Then walk your hands forward around your front foot. Turn your back toes under. Reach your hips back and release your front foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. And exhale, straighten legs towards the floor. Inhale, drop your knees to the floor, come to cow. Exhale, reach back with your hips towards a child's pose. Keep the arms active. Take a few rounds of breath. Feel your expansion of your abdominal area against your legs. And then inhale, sweep up on your knees, reach your arms overhead, lengthening the space between side ribs and hips. And exhale, let your hands float down. Good, so let's bring now the left foot forward. Right knee is on the floor, and come down again into that low lunge, bringing your hands either alongside your front foot on the floor or on a block. Step blocks. Then frame your head, biceps by ears. Press into your front foot firmly and hinge from the waist, coming up. Exhale, keep that length as you lower. Reach, the whole upper body comes up on the inhale and comes down on the exhale. Beautiful. Bring your hands alongside the front foot, straighten the front leg, walk your hands back, come into a pyramid shape with your lower body. Draw your left hip back in space. Then walk your hands forward again, framing your front foot. Turn your back toes under, lift your back leg, take your hips back, 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 so you can release your front foot and come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. And exhale, straighten your heels towards the floor. Good. Inhale to take as many steps as you need to come forward in a forward bend. Use your blocks as you will. You can bring hands to shins on the inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Find Samavriti, even breath. We'll meet in a forward fold. Good. From this fold, set your hips back, like you're sitting on the edge of a chair. Manage your feet in any way that you want. Keep the hips back in the awkward pose and frame your upper body or frame your head with your arms. Keep the legs where they are. Exhale, you'll drape down over your thighs. On the inhale, lift the whole upper body, hinge, lengthen through the side waist. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, float down. Inhale, back up. One more time. Exhale, resting on your thighs. Inhale, and then pressing all the way up and letting your hands float down. Find Tadasana. Hands to belly. Find even breathing, Samavriti. Okay, now with arms alongside your body, inhale the arms out in front and up overhead, separating the space between low ribs and thighs or hips. And then take the right hand with the right wrist with the left hand and side bend to the left. Pressing your right hip to the right, reaching over with the hands to the left. Then inhale back up and left wrist with the right hand, side bend to the right. And back up. On your next exhale, just let your arms just float down. Good. We'll continue to work with the Samavriti. You will line up on the long edge of your mat, have a block handy if you need it, but take the feet nice and wide. We'll take the right foot to line up with the long edge of the mat and the left heel out. We're going to come into extended side angle. So reach the arms out into a T. Inhale. And on your exhale, bend through the front knee and bring your front forearm to your thigh. Reach your top arm just straight up in the air. Okay, so this is the starting position. Resting the right foot is the forward foot. You're resting your right forearm on your right thigh. Inhale, sweep the left arm forward. Exhale, bring the left arm back in place. Now, we want equal weight on both feet, in both legs. So if you feel like most of your weight is in your front foot, try to just isometrically push it forward and see how that weights your back foot. It's kind of weird how that happens, but it will. Press your right foot forward and see how that weights your back heel. Great. Inhale, sweep left arm over your ear. Long line of energy from the back heel through the top fingers. Exhale, stack your shoulders again. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. On your next inhale, you'll straighten your front leg, sweep your arms back. Coming up to a star position, turn both feet. And exhale, let your arms just come down to your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Find Samavriti. Exhale, hands through heart center. Do that a couple times. Find that even breathing again. Samavriti. Think about gathering energy from the earth up through the feet, up through the legs, into the heart, expanding. And then we'll come to the same starting position, the star position, arms out in a T. Turn the left foot to line up with the long edge of your mat. Turn your right heel out. Okay, and here you can try that same technique of pushing the right foot forward and see how that weights the back heel. Good. As you inhale, you'll bend through the front knee and bring the front forearm to the thigh. Reach your top arm up and stack. Let's find this first, okay? Exhale to feel the solid base of your legs. Draw your legs towards one another, like you're trying to squeeze something between your legs. Push that front foot forward isometrically and feel how that weights the back heel. Inhale, sweep your top arm over. Exhale, reach it back up. Inhale. Find Samavriti, even breath. 4 or 5 counts. We're going for a long line of energy from the back heel up through the side waist, all the way out the fingertips. Next inhale, press your front leg straight, sweep your arms up, turn both feet. You're in the star position, and simply let your arms float down. Let's take a couple of inhale, sweep arms up, and exhale, hands float through heart center just to find the Samavriti, the even breathing. Inhale and exhale on your own. Then resting with your hands on your belly. Release your hands. We'll try that same thing with Trikonasana. So turn your right foot so it lines up with the long edge of your mat. Turn your back heel out. Arms out to a T. Again, see if you can find the even weighting of the legs. So as you press into the big toe mound of the front foot and kind of isometrically slide that foot forward, feel how that weights the back heel. Inhale to reach the arms, but keep the shoulders. Don't pull your shoulders onto your back. Keep your shoulders soft here. Reach and then exhale. Just tilt wherever your hand lands. That's your Trikonasana. Stacking your upper shoulder, your upper arm. We'll do the same thing on the inhale. Reach the top arm. And on the exhale, return to the arm straight up in the air. Okay, a few rounds on your own. Once you're back in the starting position, bend through your front knee on the inhale, sweep your arms up, turn both feet to be parallel to one another. You're in the star position. Exhale, let your hands float. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale through heart center. Finding some of Riti again if you've lost it. Even breathing. And then with hands on hips or to your side, we'll turn the left foot out. Line up with the long edge of the mat. Right heel turns out. Arms out in a T. We'll find Trikonasana on this side, the triangle pose. Inhale. Sweeping forward. Exhale. Left hand comes to your thigh or your shin. Right arm is stacked. Inhale, sweep the right arm over the ear. And exhale. Get back up. So again, we're going for that long line of energy on the right side of the body on the inhale. Next time you come back to the starting position, inhale, bend through your front knee, sweep the arms back to T, both feet parallel to one another. Exhale, let the arms float down. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms straight out in front of you and up overhead. See if you can make some length between your side ribs and your hips. And on your exhale, bend through your knees and fold. Inhale to halfway, hands to the shins. And exhale to fold. Hands to the mat, step back, jump back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward and just stack your wrists in a high plank. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold, use your blocks, bend your knees if you want to, and then hands to hips, bend through your knees, lengthen through your side waist, here as you press yourself all the way up to standing. Great. Let's bring the left foot forward and the right foot back. Right foot out to the right. Legs are straight. So we're in the Vira 1 stance, okay? Okay, so we're gonna find a little vinyasa here. So on your inhale, as you bend through your front knee, open your arms out. Feel the energy coming into the heart space, into your collarbones. On your exhale, you keep the front knee bent and bring the hands together in front of your body. Then the next inhale, reach the arms up. Create that space through your side waist. And on the exhale, straighten your front leg, float the arms down. I'll cue it a couple more times and then we'll do it on our own. So as you inhale, bending through the front knee, open your arms wide, embracing the world, embracing yourself here. Exhale, bring the hands together, in front of your body, rounding slightly in the back. Inhale, reach up through the side of your body. So you're extending that space between hip and low ribs. And on the exhale, straighten the front leg, float the hands down. Inhale, bend through the front knee, open the arms out wide in a T. Exhale, keep the front knee bent as you bring your hands together. Inhale, arms overhead, framing the head with your biceps by ears. Exhale, hands float down, straighten the front leg. All right, do a couple more on your own. Find Samavriti as you go. We'll meet in the final position where your left front leg is straight, your arms are down to your side. Now your next inhale, step your feet together at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bending through your knees, fold through heart center, all the way to the floor or to your blocks, forward fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat, step or jump back, downward facing dog. Take your feet as wide as the edge of your mat in this downward dog. Bend through your knees generously and press the floor away. Reach your tailbone back and then gradually straighten the legs as much as possible, reaching your heels towards the floor. Inhale to rock forward, just stacking the wrists slightly for a plank. Go your knees if that's what you'd like. And exhale, press back. Inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands in a fold. Then bending through your knees, hands to your hips. Lengthen your side waist. Pull the low ribs away from the hips and then hinge to stand up. Again, finding Tadasana, arms down to your sides, taking a little bit of a resting breath here before we go to the other side of Warrior One. Okay, so taking the other side of Warrior One. Okay, same thing, same vinyasa. So we start with the legs straight, the arms to our sides. As you bend through the front knee, open your arms to a T, or like a kind of a flowy T, right? And then keep that front leg bent and round. Bring the arms, hands together in front of your body. Then inhale, arms up overhead. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, float the hands down. Inhale as you bend through the front leg, open the arms. Exhale, round the back, keep the front leg bent, bring your hands together in front of your body. Feel that opening through your back body. Inhale, lift the arms up, space between the ribs and the hips. Exhale, straighten the front leg, float the arms down. Now find Samavriti, even breathing through that whole sequence. Find the poetry in motion. Breath framing the movement. And the next time you land in the starting position with both legs straight, arms down to your side, pause there. On your next inhale, step your left foot forward, come back to Tadasana. Now in your Tadasana here with your eyes closed, can you feel length through the side waist? Can you feel that inhale filling your lungs, filling your heart space, opening the collarbones, energizing you? Exhale softens. On your next inhale, arms forward in front of you, then up overhead, then bend in the knees as you fold forward. Hands to the floor, step or jump back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high Dandasana, the plank pose. And then you'll lower to the floor and exhale, either knees to the floor or a full push-up position. Come all the way down to the floor on your exhale. And we're back in the prone position. So if it's possible, just to rest on your hands here in the prone position, feeling your breath, feeling the back of your lungs filling. Find some of Vriti here, even breath. Great, then release your forehead to the floor. And bring your hands alongside your low ribs, tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders and think about lengthening through your whole body. Squeeze the elbows in and back. Exhale, release down to the floor. Let's do that a couple of times. So really thinking not about how high you're going to press up, but how much length you can keep in the side waist and the back. And that even Samavriti breath. Back of the neck stays long. Let's do one more, friends. And this last time you come to the floor, take your arms alongside your body, palms up, turn your head in one direction. And see if you can soften everything here, each exhale. Turning your head in the opposite direction. And again, softening with each exhale. Really letting go, surrender to the floor. And you can stay here for your Shavasana. You could bend the knees if it hurts your knees to rest them on the floor like this. Just bend your knees and just let your heels kind of rest together. Alternatively, you can roll onto your back. Find what is supportive for you. Maybe on the back body, the knees rest together. Maybe you go to some furniture and put your legs up or go to a wall space. But now there is no need for effort. This is all about you now receiving the benefit of your practice. Benefits of your practice. Just really letting everything be soft. Feel the earth beneath your body, holding everything. And allow your body to surrender. We'll be here for a few minutes, so soften. Give yourself this gift of receiving. Soften the lines around your eyes. Between your brow. Soften the lines around your mouth. And perhaps invite a smile, slight smile through the mouth. Resting your jaw so teeth are not touching. Lips just barely touching. Soften your hands. Soften your hands. And you might bring your hands to your heart center and just remembering some gratitude for all the things that you receive on a daily basis. Blessings, everyone, and namaste.